I think it's appropriate that we thank Gilmour tonight, too, for this incredible party that they host every single year, year after year, and in past years even twice at Christmas time. It is not inexpensive, and it's Gilmour's way of saying thank you to all of us from the Gilmour community and to keep us close to the school, and I think they do a terrific job. So Jim Farrar, Mary Kate Farrar-Vega, Brother Robert, Jerry Murphy, and the Board of Trustees, thank you to all of you to the extent that you're represented here tonight. It's an honor to help introduce my friend and classmate, Tom Callaghan. Tom is a person possessed of that rare quality. Some call it charisma, some star power. He's had it since he was a kid. Now, I didn't know Tom at St. Anne's like some of you did, Steiner and others. But my wife Katie knew Tom then. She used to spend a good deal of time at the Callaghan household. And she reports that little Tommy was always ultra cool. Here at Gilmour, he got great grades and made it look easy. His later CV, Boston College, Cornell Law, a respected law practice, and general counsel of late to Andy Rayburn's enterprises have all reflected proudly on his school. A member of Gilmour's Sports Hall of Fame, Tom was a gifted athlete who essentially knew only victory. His teams from St. Anne's reputedly never lost a game. And the football and basketball teams from Gilmour in that era are legendary. And Vern Weber is one of the main reasons for it, who's sitting here with us tonight. When it comes to relationships, it's no secret that Tom has a keen eye for beauty. Dee Dee Augustus, you're beautiful inside and out. Brendan Callaghan is the center of Tom's world and has many of his dad's best qualities. So why are we here tonight? To give another attaboy to a guy who's had it all? In the book of Galatians, it says, "Whatsoever a man soweth, so shall he reap." Tom, you've always been a good friend to your friends and to Gilmour. You've been an advocate for health care through your work with Mount Sinai and Laurelwood hospitals, and of course of late with the Cleveland Clinic. You've given publicly of your time and talent, while quietly helping many along the way who shall remain anonymous. For all that, we're here for you tonight. And one other thing. All of us face obstacles in our lives. Tom Callaghan has given us a magnificent example of how to deal with them with courage, patience, and humor. The Academy, the great class of 1965, and all of us here tonight are fortunate to be able to call Tom Callaghan one of our own. Robert Helsel.
Look out.
Before I get going, I'd like to ask Ray to join me in a little prayer from all of us at Gilmour, but especially Tom's classmates from the class of 1965. And that's the Irish blessing. May the
road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hands.
Thanks, Ray. You covered everything pretty well. But I'm just going to add a few more comments, Tom. First of all, it's Thomas O'Neill, that's O'Neill with one L, Callaghan, and that's Callaghan with a G. So we got that straight.
Took you a while.
Okay. Now, touching on Tom's intelligence, as Ray did, it's exceptional. Seeing how he's never wrong. Right, Dean? Never wrong. How many times has he told me, Bob, if I agreed with you, both of us would be wrong. But the classic smarts was back in 2005. Tom and I are playing a championship match down at Oakmont Country Club. And we're at the 10th hole, match is even. I'm over in the bushes somewhere. Tom hits his drive right down the middle, about 250 yards, hits a speed slot, rolls about 30 yards. Kind of looks at me with those steely blue eyes and that Callaghan All-American grin. And then gets up and hits a second shot about 12 feet from the pin. And kind of gives me a nod. Like, don't worry, Elsel, we got this hole. Tom gets up to putt, and then informs me that he left the putter back at the clubhouse. True. True. Okay. So much for the funny stuff. I'd like to tell you about a situation back in 1999 best defines Tom Callaghan. It was a snowy day, January 6th, 1999. About 6 inches of snow on the ground. Flashing across the TV, road closings, etc., etc. Warning everybody about the beginning of the new year and all the bad weather. And in walks to room 409, the cardiac care unit at University Hospital, Tom Callaghan. He removes his coat, walks over, talks to the nurse a bit, then goes over, gives a little kiss to the wife of the patient, wishes her a happy new year, makes sure she's doing okay. And then comes over, looks at the patient and says, "Let's get going." Tom then walks down to the bottom of the bed, takes off his back brace that he had, well, he basically said it was a pain in the ass and he'd been wearing it all day. And he had been wearing it because of a recent injury. Tom then helped the patient sit up in the bed, put his arm around the patient's torso, lifted him from the bed and said, "Okay, we're going to walk around the nurse's station 4 times." Tom started me on my recovery from a 5-way bypass. Tom, above all, is a good Samaritan. But what else should I expect from a Gilmour Man? Let alone the Gilmour Man of the year. Congratulations.
that evening. The over-under is 87 minutes. Two great friends. Ray and Robbo, thanks very much for your overly kind words. They are great friends. But as you might have noticed, they're quite adept at the art of hyperbole. No, but thank you again. Life has been made very good by virtue of your friendship. Someone famous, and I can't remember who at the moment, once said, "Don't ever say you're humble. You're not that great." I'm certainly not going to say I'm humble tonight, but I am honored to accept this award. And if you'll allow, I'd like to accept it on behalf of the entire class of 1965. Arguably, Gilmour's greatest class ever. And maybe not arguably, unquestionably. More on that in a minute. Well, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. I'm very happy to have my son Brendan here tonight, even though he is a university school defector. We'll forgive you for that, Brendan. My brother Brian, my dear friend Dee Dee, and all of so many of my classmates, close friends, and relatives. I think I had more than 25 of our classmates here tonight. It was only a class of 50. So that's extraordinary. That's how close we are. And I'm so proud to be a member of our class and the entire Gilmour community. I got to tell you, though, as a 13 or 14-year-old, I was a long way from believing I'd grow to love this place as I do. I vividly remember having completed my application to St. Ignatius High School and proudly showing it to my dad. He didn't seem terribly impressed as he handed me an application to Gilmour Academy. He said, "Why don't you fill this one out too?" Believe me, knowing my dad, that was more of a directive than a question. And I said something like, "You can't be serious, Dad." Because in my mind, at least, things were settled. I was going to Ignatius with my pals from St. Anne's. We were going to play football at St. Ignatius. But anyone who knew my dad knew when he was serious. One look said it all. So I said something like, "Okay, I'll fill it out. But let me do a little research on Gilmour." A school I really knew very little about, notwithstanding that I'd gone to Gilmour Day Camp for years, but I didn't know much about the school. So about a week later, I was armed with the facts. I was so ready to win any argument, and I figured surely he'll relent after hearing what I have to say. My confident presentation was something like this. First of all, Dad, do you realize that there are only 200 boys in the whole school? Only 50 per grade. And half of them are resident students. Probably most of them incorrigibles. Well, I figured that might get to me. Used the word before. And no doubt, the choice of whether to go to Gilmour or military school or maybe juvenile hall is what these guys were all about, whose parents wanted to ship them away from home. And get this. Did you know that you've got to go to school on Saturday mornings at Gilmour? Yeah, this is a nightmare. What kind of school can this be? And how about the football team? Which was important to me at the time. Okay, they'd won a few games recently, but the history was really, really sad. Sorry, Vern, it was bad before. It seemed like every year Gilmour would lose to University School 40-0, or worse. So, Dad, that's definitely not going to work either. Next point. Another totally preposterous thing is that I understand freshmen are forced to wear beanies. Beanies, mind you, for God knows how long. And they got to ride a yellow school bus to school every morning. Not cool, Dad. Definitely not cool. I can just see it now, standing on the corner, waiting for the bus, in my coat and tie, little beanie, as my friends from Ignatius roll by on the way to school. This will not do. And get this, they don't have mixers at Gilmour. They have tea dances. On Sunday afternoons, though. Tea dances. Oh, my Lord. Finally, I hear the headmaster is not exactly sweetness and light. Pretty mean and nasty, I've heard, Dad. Well, needless to say, it all fell on deaf ears. I knew I was cooked when my dad said he'd met and chatted with Brother Alfonso. And he liked him. Oh, God. Please help me. So, off to Gilmour I went. Beanie and all. But something strange happened. Within a week or two, I realized I loved it here. I loved my classmates. The incorrigibles became my great friends. Really did. And the teachers were truly brilliant and inspiring in every respect. Brother Ivo, Brother Clarence, Brother Richard, Brother Francis, Brother Frederick, Brother Vinny, Brother Adrian, John Gale, John Schubert, Jim Scherger, Paul Primo. Well, you remember, Mark, we managed to get out of that class, which was chemistry. But I hear he was pretty good. And our coaches, particularly Steve Palinchar and Jeff Morton and Mr. Gilmour himself, that handsome man in the tuxedo, Mr. Gilmour, Vern Weber. And we are so pleased to have you back. You and Bev.
Stop this.
Would you let me finish? I'm almost finished. I've seen you at the podium for a lot longer than that. These were among the most outstanding men I've ever encountered. And that remains true today. They were just exceptional Christian role models who shaped and formed us for the rest of our lives. And today, the tradition at Gilmour continues. Over the past few decades, this school has made enormous strides in progress under the stewardship and visionary leadership of Brother Robert. We have so much to thank him for. So very much to thank him for. This institution has never been stronger. Enrollment is now over 700 co-ed students. The lower and middle schools are thriving as never before. And of course the campus itself is magnificent. It's been transformed with the finest 21st century facilities anywhere. I've always believed that what really distinguishes Gilmour from many other fine prep schools is its nurturing and family atmosphere. It's all-inclusiveness, where everyone, students and parents alike, regardless of background, join together to support the school's mission, which is to develop the confidence to see and the courage to act in creating a more just and humane society. Lofty words, to be sure. But I can tell you unquestionably, every day they serve as a guidepost and abiding foundation for all that this school does and represents. Finally, my pals, my classmates. I dare say we are as close today as we were 50 years ago. I mean that. Truly amazing. And I am so moved that so many of you are here tonight. No surprise, though, you are the best. And there really is no better example of the loyalty and the gratitude that Gilmour inspires than our class of 1965. Consider that for every 5-year class reunion, our class attendance has never been below 30, and at times as many as 40. My God, that's 75 to 80% of the class. It's unbelievable. And speaking of 75%, you may have noticed in the recent annual report, that's the percentage of our class participation in this past year's annual fund. Now that is amazing. Again, you guys are the best. The best. Thank you all very much. And thanks, Dad, for being so smart. Go Lancers!
Hang out with friends and family of Amy and Tom. And there's also going to be pictures and a videographer going around. We want to express a few of your sentiments to Tom and Amy. Okay.
Okay, Tom, you mentioned that before you got here, we always would lose our football games to Cranbrook. After you got here, if I recall correctly, we went undefeated for 23 straight games, and that meant beating Cranbrook at least 3 times. And the first one was very memorable. Bless you.
All right, boss.
TC, my friend, Callaghan, Dawson sat right next to one another and went to gym class together, and I was always competing with you, even though you never knew it, because I was quiet and didn't want to get in your face because I figured you'd make it difficult for me. You could do a press-up, and I never met another human being, except maybe Peter, you were at the end, you might have been able to do one. You could probably, couldn't you? You were the only human being who could do a press-up. Most people don't even know what that is. So I challenge you to that tonight. We're going to do them together.
All right.
Mwah!
All right, Jimmy. Words to Tom.
Tom, congratulations. It's a pleasure to know you and a pleasure to be here to help celebrate this marvelous occasion. All the best.
All right, buddy. A few words for Tom.
Thomas, it's a pleasure to be here and a richly deserved reward for you, my friend. Good luck and God bless.
You came a long way, McMahon.
It was a pleasure to do so.
Right.
Through the snow.
All right, Evie. Oswald, you're on next.
Hey, thank you, Tom. Congratulations. And thank you very much for your economy of words. It was appreciated by everybody here. You're deserving. Good job.
All right, now here's the thing I always remember. John Gale's Latin class. Tom Callaghan always lived by the words nihil illegitimae carborundum, which literally translates, don't let the bastards wear you down. But that's been Tom's watchword for his life.
Tommy, I just need to correct one thing. I said Cranbrook, I meant University School. That's the night I'll never forget.
Is this a roast? We're supposed to roast him? I'll tell you what, I don't know what all these other guys are saying about you, Tom, but I always kind of liked you. Good job, buddy.
Oh yeah, Larry, because we're going to have the other speaker.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations to the alumna and alumnus of the year. Great to have them here tonight, and great to have you here, Pete. We're happy you came up tonight to video. Thanks all the way from Pittsburgh, PA. We love you, Pete.
Are you running, Pete? It's an honor to be in front of the camera of a real pro, and especially to be able to talk about my good friend Tom Callaghan, who you know, has been a hero to me. Ever since I used to see him do the 28 halfback pass at Gilmour, I thought, this is a guy that I really want to have as a friend. And so I feel very lucky to have been able to do that over the years, and to be here for him tonight. So way to go, Tom. Congratulations.
Oh, absolutely. Tom, congratulations. Nobody deserves this more than you do. You captured Dad perfectly and reincarnated him at the same time. I had a lot of flashbacks while you were speaking tonight, but I can't tell you how proud I am of you and how terrific you were tonight and how brave you've been for the last 12 years. I love you, and I wish you all the best, and Merry Christmas. And think about your golf swing in the fallback.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it's not just Tom, it's the whole class being here. And in support of him and Gilmour. Great thing. Thank you.
Every once in a while. For Callaghan, let me think. Tom?
You rode the bus together, you had to have something.
Yeah. I know that you put Pat Byers up to put me in the girls' outfit instead of you. It was going to be you, but you bribed him on that, the Hall, what is it, the Hall Crier or something like that, the newspaper. So for now, I'm dressed in a girl's outfit with you in shorts, and I've never forgiven you. Bye.
What are you going to photos? We're on you.
Let's go. Oh, you mean? Oh, this is alive.
This is live.
Okay, Pete. All right, I'm going to call you Regis.
All right. Okay. Give me some words for Tom.
Okay. You need what?
A few words for him.
Oh, well, Tom was outstanding, just outstanding, and he really is the heart of this class that has meshed so well and have such great friendships. And he is right. You are the best class that has ever gone to this school. Is that enough? Okay, Pete.
Listen, and punching Brian out, you and I never would have become such good friends. I love you, buddy. Thank you for everything in our whole life.
Thanks.
He was worried about you. He said, "Are you all right?"
Am I all right? Yeah. Hi there. I'm live. Wonderful to be here with all you guys and Tommy. Thank you, Peter.
How you doing, Regis? And live words for Tom. I'll tell you something about Tom from an unusual perspective. I only knew Tom for 1 year, and I was a resident, and he was a day student. But
Dan and I were part of the incorrigibles, along with you, Peter.
But as you know, he really was the golden boy. But that guy treated everybody the same. And even then, when he was 15 years old, he treated everybody the same. Sometimes that was shitty, but he treated everybody the same, and I always admired him for it. All right. Good to see you.
Roll it. What do you got to say to Tom?
Congratulations, Tom. I thought you were great tonight. And I agree with everything you said about the class of 1965.
All right.
All right, Tom. Many congratulations. It's been a great privilege being your friend all these years. I think the first time I met you, you had to fireman carry me across the gym in gym class. And it's been a great ride ever since then. So many more to come.
I got it right.
Got it, Pete?
Okay.
Tom. Hey, Tom.
Congratulations, buddy. How's that? Hey, Tom. As you know, you're one of my best friends, buddy. You're a man of all seasons, and I love you dearly, so congratulations.
My tribute to Tom. Congratulations, Tom. I think you've done very well, certainly well deserved, and enjoy it because somebody may take it away from you next year.
Ready? Smile. That's fine. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2. Look right here. 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank you.
Get one with her.
All right.
Petey. One picture.
I was afraid this might happen.
You knew it was coming. All right. Same spot. Line up right here. A little bit to your right. Good. All right, I'm going to count to 3. Nice smile. Straight at me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Do 2 more. 1, 2, 3. And one more time. You're ready. 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank you.
So what am I saying here?
Something about today that honors this achievement.
Am I speaking to him directly?
Right in there.
But is it as if I'm speaking to him, to his?
Yep,
Okay.
This is going to be at the end of the tape.
Dad, what can I say? I couldn't be a more proud son. You have been the absolute best example you could ever imagine. You've taught me countless things, the best values, and it just shows how hard you work and how much effort you put into everyday life. I couldn't ask for a better father, and for that I'm forever grateful. And I just would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and congratulations on the award tonight. You deserve it. Love you, Dad.